I need you to go to the shops and pick me up some shopping. I need eggs, milk, some fruit, canned veg, and a bunch of other things. I'll send a list through. Also, you'll have to pay for all of this as I have no money at the minute.
Oh, hello, Mom. Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. What's that? How's my day going? It's not too bad, actually.
Stop being so snarky, Madison. I don't have time for this. I'm still working, unlike some people.
What's that supposed to mean?
I know exactly what I'm on about.
Oh, so you're back on this spiel again. Trying to claim that I don't work or anything, so I should act like your personal maid?
Both know that writing simply isn't a job. You need to get some proper work so that you actually have a bit of money to spend.
Writing is a job, and I'm doing very well with it at the moment. Thank you very much.
Huh. And I've suddenly become a famous singer, flush with money. Oh, I've just remembered, with the shopping you'll have to pay for all of it as I have no money at the minute.
Hang on, didn't you get paid only last week?
And?
Well, considering this is your food, I think you should pay for it. I mean, with how things are at the moment with the economy, I simply can't afford to pay hundreds of dollars for your shopping when I've got to pay for all of my stuff too.
To my daughter, I spent years of my life raising you, looking after you, and paying for everything you needed. I think the least you could do is pay for my food this one time, don't you?
That's quite a lot of money though, Mom. Shopping isn't cheap nowadays.
Excuse me. You are my daughter, and I have brought you up and made sure you had a good life until adulthood, and you were able to go off on your own. But you chose not to do that, didn't you?
What?
Well, just with your job, you're not exactly making a lot of money, are you? There's no way that you'll be able to actually afford a decent life. You're just going to end up leeching off of people. Probably me.
I'm not trying to leech off of anyone. And what kind of mom talks to their child like that? You act as if I'm some horrible stranger you don't know, demanding that I do whatever you say.
Do not. Stop being so overdramatic. You know it's annoying when you get like that. Nobody likes it.
You mean you don't like it? Besides, I'm not being overly dramatic, just truthful.
Sure. Okay. Whatever you say.
Well, you know what? I can't do anything for you anyway, because I'm out at the moment.
Do you mean you're out?
I'm out with friends. We decided to go to a bar for the evening and just have a girls' night.
You didn't invite me?
Well, no. They're my friends, and you have no idea who they are, so why would you come out with us?
Well, first you won't get my shopping for me, and now you're excluding me from nights out? Are you embarrassed of me, or do you just hate me? What have I done to deserve such hatred from you?
Mom, what are you on about? I don't hate you. It's just that this is my life. You wouldn't expect me to come out with you and your friends, would you?
What? Of course you couldn't come out with us. They're my friends. I wouldn't want you embarrassing me.
Well then, why do you think it would be okay to come out and embarrass me?
Oh, I see. I'm just an embarrassment to you, huh? Nice way to talk to your mother.
Ugh, look, Mom, I'm going to go now. I'm sorry you feel like that, but I can talk to you tomorrow about it all. I really don't have time to talk now.
Oh, I see. Well then, I guess I'll just go and sit all by myself and be incredibly lonely and depressed. Don't worry, it's not your fault. Even if you won't include me in your life.
Mom, please don't make this all about you again. I'm just having a night out with my friends, and I don't want it ruined.
Whatever, Jane. You're just being a selfish little girl again. You were always like this. Always being selfish and only thinking of your own wants and needs. You never once thought of me. Like that time when we were on holiday and you had the last of the chocolate ice cream from the shop. I wanted that flavor and you simply took it for yourself.
Mom, I was 10 years old. You can't really expect me to have been conscious about the fact that you wanted chocolate ice cream as well, especially when you hadn't even said that you wanted it. From what I remember, you actually had said that you wanted the strawberry flavor.
Yes, well, I hadn't fully made up my mind. And then, when I saw the chocolate, I knew that was what I wanted.
I can't believe you're still going on about this. It was over 20 years ago.
And yet, you've still maintained your selfish tendencies. I don't know where I went wrong with you.
Okay, that's it. I'm going now. I'm not going to stay here and let you insult me and whatever else you want to try and do. I'll talk to you tomorrow if you actually bother to be mature and nice. And if there's anything you need from the shop, I can grab it for you tomorrow. But I won't be buying your entire shopping list for you.
So you're just going to ignore me for the rest of the night now?
Yeah, pretty much.
You can't do that, Jane. You need to listen to your mother and respond when I message you. Jane! Ugh, some daughter you are.
Hey girl, sorry I couldn't come out with you and the others the other night, but Dylan would not stop crying and I couldn't bear to leave him when he was so upset. Did I miss much?
Florence, hey. No, it's totally okay. We all understood. We'll have to make it a lunch outing next time so that we can all meet little Dylan as well. You really didn't miss much. Sue and Ben are heading off on a cruise soon, and Jennifer has got a new puppy.
How is that not missing much? You know I love puppies. Now I'm going to have to go and see it, lol.
Haha, well, it did look quite adorable in her photos.
Well, what about you? Is there anything going on with you?
Oh, well, the book I wrote has been picked up and published. In fact, it came out a few days ago and it's had really good reactions. People seem to love it. I guess there are more people with toxic mothers than I originally thought.
Oh, that is for sure. I mean, my own mom has some bad tendencies too, so I know I could have used with your book, lol.
It's just my mom, though.
Oh, is she being...
Her usual, demanding, toxic self? Yeah. She messaged me the other night demanding that I get her shopping for her, despite it being like 9 at night. She even demanded that I pay for all of it, and it would have come to well over $100. I mean, I get that she's my mom and stuff, but I can't really afford to buy all of her shopping for her. And I know that if I do it once for her, then she's going to demand that I do it all of the time from then on. Not to mention that she was trying to guilt trip me into doing all of this by saying that she gave birth to me, so I owed her. I mean, what kind of mom does that?
A pretty rubbish one, I'd have to say.
Yeah, sorry about just randomly dumping all of that on you.
Hey, it's okay. That's what best friends are for. I'm just sorry you have to put up with something like that on a daily basis. I'm guessing all of these situations and different kind of things have made their way into your book?
Oh yeah. That book is basically a masterclass on how to deal with a toxic parent, lol.
Well, maybe you should just cut her out of your life. Especially if she's not actually making it any better for you.
I know, but I still feel bad. She's still my mom.
But she treats you like dirt. And she'll continue to treat you like dirt until you stand up to her.
Maybe you're right. I mean, it's probably about time I try and stick up for myself. I could start by telling her about my book.
Yeah, and depending on how she takes it, you can decide what to do from there. I mean, she might have an epiphany and start treating you better after realizing just how much trauma she put you through when you were a young girl.
Yeah, she might, but it's kind of doubtful.
Well, you can only hope and try.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, I've got to go, so I'll see you soon.
Yes, definitely. I can introduce all of you to Dylan then.
Oh, I would love that.
Well, let me know a date when we can all meet up again. I'll see you soon, and good luck with your mom.
See you soon. Hey Mom, how are you today?
Oh, Jane. Well, to be completely honest, I'm kind of frustrated. Nothing is going my way today.
Oh, well, I've got some good news, I think.
Go on then. I could do with some good news for once.
Well, you know about that book I told you about? The one I've been working on?
God, not this again. How many times do I have to tell you that this whole book nonsense isn't going to get you any money? It's a complete waste of time.
It's not a waste of time.
Yes, it is. Look, let's face it. You'll never be as good as this person who's written this new book that everyone's talking about. So you should just give up and move on to a real job.
What book is that then?
Have you read the book Raised by a Toxic Mother? That stupid book is on everyone's lips.
Yes, I'm the author.
Huh? Don't be ridiculous. You're not the author. The author writes about her toxic mother and how she has had to go through all of these horrible situations whilst growing up, trying to deal with this woman. How the woman would constantly belittle her, or how she would almost gaslight her into thinking that she wasn't good enough for her mom, and that she didn't deserve to have nice things because she hadn't worked for them, or something stupid like that. Your life was never like that. I mean, I was the perfect mother, and there's nothing really you can say against that.
What? Yes, it was. You were incredibly controlling and demanding and demeaning to me. You were so toxic, it was unbelievable, and you haven't really improved much as the years have gone by. You still yell at me over the stupidest of things, not to mention that you still demand that I do everything for you. It's like you act like a toddler, unable to do anything for yourself. And I don't know if it's because you really can't be bothered to do things for yourself, or if it's because you're just incredibly jealous of me and hate the thought of me having my own life.
Me. Jealous of you. Don't make me laugh. I have a much better life than you. I mean, honestly, you live in a horrible, squalid little apartment that I really wish that I would never have to step foot in. Not to mention that you can't afford anything actually decent in life, as you simply have no money, as you're a rubbish writer, and no one would ever want to buy your book.
Well, I guess you're wrong there then, aren't you? Considering my book is being talked about and read by a lot of people.
Can't be your book, though. It's too good to be yours.
It is.
Well then, how dare you write about me like that? It's all a bunch of lies and slander. You make me sound like a horrible person, and it's just not true. I was a loving and caring mother to you when you were younger. Nothing more, nothing less.
No, you weren't. The only time you cared to show me any kind of affection was when we had guests over so that you wouldn't look bad in front of them. Any other time when it was just the family, you didn't care how you acted. You would tell me that I was ungrateful and that I should get a job to earn money to pay rent and stuff when I was just 12 years old. You'd also constantly comment on what I was wearing, or what I was doing, or who I was talking to because you hated the fact that I was younger than you and had more opportunities in life than you did. I mean, if you didn't want a kid, if you were going to be so jealous of them, why did you have one?
Well, it's not like I actually wanted you. You were a mistake, plain and simple. If I could go back in time and not get pregnant, I would definitely do that.
Wow. Thanks for that, Mom. What a nice thing to say.
It's simply the truth. You just weren't worth the effort.
Well, you know what? I don't need you anyway. I've become a successful author whose book is flying off of the shelves. It looks like I'm not the only one with a toxic parent, and people want all of the help that they can get in dealing with them. And in fact, with just how toxic you are, I might even have to write a second book, following up on your insane attitude.
Well, considering the book is about me, I should get royalties, or like 50% of the profits. You wouldn't have that story if it weren't for me.
I would much rather have had a mom who loved and cared for me than a reason to write that book. If you honestly think that I would rather have a reason to write that book instead of having a mom who loves and cared for me, then you're even more stupid than I originally thought.
Please, anyone would pick the money over something as trivial and childish as family.
No, you might pick that, but other, more caring people would always pick their family.
Well then, they'd be idiots, wouldn't they?
No, they'd be right in choosing family. And because I know that you'll never pick me over, well, pretty much anything else, I've decided to take some of my own advice and cut you off completely.
Huh?
Yep, I'm done with trying to please you. Nothing I do will ever be good enough for you, but that's your problem, not mine. I'm a smart, beautiful, and independent woman who knows her worth. You can't put me down anymore because I won't let you.
Jane, what are you saying?
I'm saying goodbye. I'm not going to bother talking to you again, and unless you act mature and speak to me in a respectful manner, I'm not going to reply to any messages that you might send me.
Can't do that.
Actually, I can. It's actually the last tactic recommended by therapists if a toxic person won't change. So, I guess all I have to say now is goodbye. I hope you are able to change your toxic behavior one day, as it might lead you to a better life.
Wait, Jane!
After that, I cut my mom out of my life. She was simply too toxic to keep around, and she was making my life more difficult than it needed to be. Even though she was family, it still didn't justify how she was treating me. It's important to know your worth and only keep the people who will make your life better in your life. Since then, I have felt much happier and less stressed. As for my mom, she tried to get in contact with me the first few days. However, when I didn't respond, she soon gave up. She hasn't bothered to apologize or anything yet, so I will continue to ignore her until she does. Though, I don't hold much hope that she will. But, oh well, as long as my life is better for cutting her out, I will keep true to my word.